This impressive digital Etsy store is taking side hustles to a whole new level. Let's see the unique niche taking Etsy by storm.
But first, I'm Jess at InsightsByJess. I dig deep into what makes Etsy stores successful and where they can improve so that you get the full 411 on what's really selling and why. Let's jump in. Okay, guys, we are back for another fun video review. This store is called Oh So Social, and there is a bit of a tutorial at the end of this video. I wanted to show you guys how to make a PDF with template links inside to use as the downloadable file for your Etsy listing. So stick around for the end so you can catch that tutorial. Let's take a peek at this store. Okay, this is a digital store. All of their products are digital downloads and they are super cute. They are based in Canada and their most popular items are Instagram templates. Now, this store's evolution was pretty interesting. I'm getting really caught up lately in how these stores evolve. So I'm not going to drag you through the whole process, but I am going to give you a little bit of backstory while we talk about their store stats. So this store has almost 20,000 sales. They are really, really close to hitting that 20,000 mark. And their first feedback is, as I scroll down here, go to most recent, and click on the very last page. They have 149 pages of feedback. Their oldest feedback is June 23 of 2020. Now, here's where their evolution gets really cool, and I'm going to try and keep this pretty brief. They only had a handful of listings when they first started out. They started with some real estate stuff, some flyers and newsletters and marketing bundles and things like that, and they really didn't sell very much at all. When we click here, they do have an extra page of feedback since I reviewed this yesterday. So it was page 141. Okay, so on page 141, it starts with the year of 2022. So there is only 9 pages of feedback that cover from 2020 all the way through 2021. And then the other 141 pages cover 2020 to now, so a little over a year, which is 92% of their total sales. So when we are looking at their store stats, we're going to keep that in mind. Their average product price is about $6, and that is a low price because if you can see here, they do have some pretty popular items that are $12.99, $11.99, $11.99. But I did put it at a $6 price point because all of their featured bestsellers are $6. So keeping in mind that this is a really, really conservative estimate of their annual sales, if you take their amount of sales at a $6 price point from all the years they've been open, that puts their approximate annual sales at about $45,000 a year. However, if we factor in the fact that 92% of their sales, of all of their store sales, came from the last year, came from 2022 to now, that actually puts their approximate annual sales for the past year at $110,000 a year at a $6 price point. So we know that they have most likely broken that 6-figure mark, which is pretty awesome. And as we dig into their products, you're really going to see why they are killing it and why they are doing so amazingly, amazingly well. So scrolling down and looking at their listings here, they have 231 total listings, and a lot of these are pretty popular. You see that message over and over here. 20 people have this one, 20 people have this one, 11, 7, 17, 20, 20. It just keeps going. A very popular store. So we know that their sales are getting faster and faster like a snowball here because they are really just growing and growing and growing. Even when I click to the second page, we are still seeing a lot of these messages. This is a popular store, which is amazing. And it's interesting because if you look at their shop banner, you do see a variety of different products. You see some stickers here. You see they have a coffee mug. They have what looks like a branding card. I think it says logo template. My glasses are not on, so I'm pretty sure that's what those tiny letters say. But if you look through their sales and you look through what is the most popular, what's selling time and time again are these massive collections of Instagram templates, which is super cool. I love this idea. So let's take a peek at their bestseller listing here. This is a $6 item and it is really cool. I really love this. I love their images. So let's take a look at their images. The first one is really pleasantly appealing here. Then we have what looks like just a collage of different images that are included. And then they break it down. What's included: 200 Instagram posts, 75 are quotes, 75 are highlights, and 50 stories. They tell you you can edit all the text, fonts, colors, photos, delete, duplicate, etc. More close-ups of these are the longer form of posts. 75 quotes, 75 covers, excuse me. So if you're doing Instagram highlights, it comes with 75 colors. And I love this one because it says save hours creating content. So what they're doing here is putting you in that position of saying, oh yeah, creating content is hours and hours of my time. This will save me so much time. They're seeing a problem and solving it for you. So I love that. And then another collage of their different photos here, and back to the beginning. So they've done a really good job of making this look aesthetically pleasing. They've done a really good job of really showcasing their style of images and what all comes in this package. They do not have a video, so that is a little bit of a bummer. There is some room here to create a video and perhaps capture a few more buyers, but this is a bestseller and they do have quite a few items here, 231 of those. It looks like 147 of those are just packages of different Instagram templates. So they may not have time to sit and make a lot of videos if they're focusing on more listings. However, I would suggest adding a video. Let's take a peek at their title. I'm going to pull their title into my seller success workbook here. It looks like they are using 136 characters in this title so far. Now, I recently had a question about this workbook, so I'm going to pitch it for just a quick second here. I do sell this. I sell this in my Buy Me a Coffee page in my website. There is a sales page that will go over a lot more detail of what is included in this. But just to give you a brief recap, what we can do with this workbook, I've tried to make this as affordable as possible so that new sellers can take full advantage. This will keep track of your sales every single month. So you can put your sales, you can put your fees, marketing, product costs, shipping costs, all that good stuff. And it will tell you what your profits were, what your profit margins are, and it will show you how much you have grown, if you have grown. And then, of course, you can take little notes if you want to. There's also a pricing and profits page. So there's a quick calculator here. You can put in the price of your item and it will tell you basically if you want to put it on sale, you can choose a sale. And then it will tell you what the fees are. If you put in your costs here, it will tell you the final profits. That is just for quick adjusting your prices, but you can also track all of your pricing down here. So if you have different listings, you can add all those in here and easily have a nice little chart you can glance at very quickly to see all of your prices and all of your profits. And then there's the competitor research page that I have in all of my videos. I'm always checking the title here. What you can do with this page is use it to see how much your competitors are making. And I'm going to be featuring this page more specifically in an upcoming video about 5 easy listings that are bestsellers for passive income. But this is just really helpful if you want to see what something is potentially making, if you are narrowing down a new idea or not, or how much one of your competitor stores is making. This is probably the most helpful resource in here is actually the keyword research. So what you do is you copy and paste your competitors' tags in here. and as many listings as possible that you add in here, what it's going to do is it's going to find matching tags. So if you have 3 different competitors that are all using this custom coasters tag, you know that's probably a pretty popular tag for a reason, and you might want to consider using that. So this just helps you to identify popular tags that are being used by most of your competitors so that you don't overlook anything that is potentially important. That's pretty much it. There's a whole how-to section and a couple of resources and all of that good stuff. But I did have some questions on this, so I did want to quickly, hopefully very quickly, explain a little bit more about it. So anyways, going back to the title, they are using 136 characters out of 140. That is awesome. That is really, really well done. And they do have both a lot of repetition in here and a little bit of variety. So you can see that they're using Instagram templates a lot. They say that 1, 2, 3, 4 times in here, and then just Instagram is in here for a 5th time. And then they've got a little tiny bit of variety in here and saying coach, templates for business, templates Canva, and aesthetic. Their tags are equally well done in terms of using that repetition on important words. You can see template is focused on a lot. Social media templates. I do want to point out that instead of Instagram templates at least once here, they could put social media templates, or they could just put social media. That would be a little bit more variety here, but they do have it in a keyword. And then templates Canva, templates by itself, Canva by itself, Instagram template Canva, Canva template Instagram, Instagram posts. So they do have some seriously strong repetition, but more variety than their title has. Going down here to see the rest, they have beige templates, which is really smart. I like that they have this keyword beige templates in here. And just to click on this very briefly to show you what this looks like, this is a great keyword because it gives you very specific results. So if you have a certain type of aesthetic, a certain type of branding that your company goes for or that your business goes for with your own branding, you can just search that in and you can see a lot of results that are very, very specific. So one of the things that you're looking for when you want to think of different keywords to use are hyper specific or very specific keywords so that when somebody types that into Etsy search, your product is a very, very good match for that search. And I do have an SEO video coming out. I am filming it next week actually, so it'll be up in a couple of weeks hopefully. That does go into how to choose your keywords, how to narrow down your keywords, and all of the other good stuff about SEO. So if you have not already subscribed, please make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss that because that is going to be a really, really helpful video. So back to their tags. They do have some that threw me off a little bit. Affirmations really kind of caught me off guard because if we look at this is not a very relevant hashtag. Unless you are looking specifically for affirmation social media posts, which really you should be putting that into the tag instead of just affirmations, none of these results are relevant. So you could be searching for a lot of different things, I suppose, when you're looking for affirmations, but most people are not going to be looking for social media templates when they're searching for affirmations. So I would certainly replace that one. Other than that, I think there is some pretty good tags in here. They've done a pretty decent job. So let's take a peek at their description here. All right, this description is pretty good in terms of the information that they provide. They've got the information right off the bat saying that this is editable in Canva. Canva is an awesome web-based design platform that is easy to use and free. And then they talk about saving you time and keeping your marketing on brand and cohesive so you can simply edit text, change fonts, and add your contact details. I love this. I am a little bit surprised because this would be a good starting point for an appeal statement, and they do not have any SEO optimization in this title for the most part. they jump right into the description and say our templates are editable in Canva. So this is a lot of space to be wasting at the very beginning of your description, and the beginning of your description is relevant for those Google search results. So a lot of Etsy's traffic comes from Google searches. In fact, Etsy does pay a good chunk of money to show up in Google searches and to get visibility in Google searches. So this space does matter. It is important. I would definitely remove this and put a little bit more of a keyword based appeal statement. And in fact, this second paragraph right here that I'm not going to highlight because my computer sucks at highlighting things. This is a great appeal statement, and you could easily reword this to get some more keywords in here and pop it right at the top. Aside from that, I love their description. It's very simple, it's very short and to the point, what's included, how it works, all that good stuff. And they do a great job at the end by saying, if you have any questions, please send me a message. And I wanted to show you another bestseller very quickly. I'm not going to go too much into detail of breaking this down, but I wanted to point out something specific. If you look through these images here, you can see this is a very different style than the beige one, and they have adjusted their images to match. So if you notice, the fonts here on their image match the fonts of the social media posts that they are marketing. All of their stuff is cohesive, it's coordinated, and you can get the general vibe even in their own text for their own images. So you can see boost your Instagram engagement. It matches all the pictures that come in this package. And the same is true over here. This one here, all of their text matches it. It coordinates with what comes in the package. And I think that is pretty smart. I wanted to point this out because when they are making their product images for these particular listings, they are targeting the type of buyer that would use these Instagram templates or Instagram Reels. And I wanted to point that out because that's not necessarily intuitive. A lot of times, we as Etsy sellers, we want to keep our own branding and we want to keep a cohesive, unified look. And in most cases, that is really helpful and beneficial to us. But in this particular circumstance, when your business is based on, or your products are based on very specific branding, very specific fonts, very specific styles, what they're doing is actually quite smart in that they're creating their product listings to match the style of the product itself. So I love how they're doing that, and I just wanted to point that out. For example, this one is blue, it's a very beachy vibe. This one is glamour fashion, so it's very black and white and bold looking. They have lots of different styles here, and they really do a good job of matching their images to match the actual style of the product. So now that we've gone over the store, we've taken a peek at some of their best sellers. One of the reasons I chose this particular store is because I did a video a while back about doing an editable Canva template as a digital download. I will put the card to that video up at the top here because I talk about how to make a Canva design and put hyperlinks in your PDF so people can click the link and jump around in the PDF and all of that good stuff. But I got a few questions about how to do the actual Etsy listing with attaching a PDF file, what to put in the PDF, and how to make that look. So I wanted to walk you guys through that process briefly in this video. And if you guys have any questions about any of this process at any point, please comment below and let me know what your questions are. Try to be specific because I can't see when I'm looking at your comments what part of the video you're looking at. So try and be specific about what it is your question is about or what you would like to see more of. If you like these types of tutorials, please let me know because I am trying to integrate a few of these tutorial type concepts into the store reviews. I found that when I make a video that is just a tutorial or that is not a store review, it doesn't really get a lot of visibility. So I'm trying to combine the two so that I can be as helpful and useful to you guys as possible. But please comment below. Let me know. Do you like this? Do you not like this? Does it drive you nuts to see these types of tutorials at the end? I want to know. I want your opinion. I'm making these videos for you guys, so your opinion is definitely a lot. And while I'm thinking about it, if you get a chance and you're feeling generous, it would be amazing if you wanted to buy me a coffee, which also helps to support the channel and create these new content videos so that I can be as helpful as possible. I'm trying to do this as a full-time gig, so every coffee helps this channel to grow. And grab all my freebies while you're over there. There is some really good stuff to help you grow and help you improve your sales. So let me flip over to the tutorial here. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go into Google Docs, and you're going to want to create a blank document. So if you haven't already signed up for Google Docs, it is free. You don't need to pay any money. You don't need a credit card. You just need a Gmail account. If you don't have a Gmail account, that is also free. Definitely sign up. And so what you're going to want to do is go into your Google Docs and create a blank document. And once you get into your PDF, the first thing that I personally like to do is name my PDF file, because if I want to come back to this later, it's important that I know where to find it and what it's called. And then to look a little bit professional, I like to go to add my logo image at the top. You can go into Canva and you can create an image if you want it to be specific to this particular product listing that you're creating. That's fine. It's totally up to you. I have a logo that I use as a header on all of my PDFs, so I'm just going to pick my logo header and add that in right at the top here. And then underneath my image, I'm going to essentially write a quick note to the buyer, and I'm going to first and foremost thank them for their purchase. I always feel like it's important to say thank you. And then if you want to adjust your font or the size, whatever you want to do to make it match your brand, you can go ahead and do that. I like to choose font size 14 because I like it to be bigger, especially for those of us who need glasses. And then after you thank them for their purchase, I say you can access your Canva template here. Now I'm going to jump over to Canva and I'm going to open up my design. If you don't have a design, you can of course create a design. For this particular tutorial, I'm just creating a really quick Instagram template because we're pretending to make an Instagram post listing to match the review we just did. But really, you can do this with any type of Canva design. It does not need to be anything specific at all. When you are making templates in Canva, make sure to use only free elements. Don't use any of the pro elements. That way, when somebody purchases this design from you or any template from you, really, they have full access and none of their images are locked to the pro account. So I do want to make that side note. So the next thing you're going to want to do once you have your template all ready to go in Canva is get the template link. So you're going to click on the share button, and underneath where it says the purple copy link, you'll see where it says template link, and the link will pop up. You're going to copy that and paste it into the PDF that you're making. Now, this looks ugly. I don't really like this, so if you click on it, right click on it, you can click edit link, and then you can type in your own name instead of this long text. This can be whatever you want. I usually try to make it pretty straightforward so they know exactly what they're clicking on. And then click apply. And what that does is it changes it into a nice, pretty looking link. You can add more information if you want. You can put a how to use this, like step 1, step 2, step 3. That is always helpful. And then when you're done, make sure to prompt the buyer to reach out if they have any questions or any issues using the template or using the files. Always, always, always make sure you add that in there. If you want them to contact you via Etsy, that's great. If you prefer to have them contact you via email, make sure to put your email in here. You can also add any information you want. If you have matching items, you can add those in here with links to your matching items. If you have a repeat buyer coupon, you can add that in here as well. Whatever you feel you want your buyer to know, go ahead and add that in. And then at the end, I always try to thank them again for their purchase. So I always like to start and finish with a thank you. I always practice a lot of gratitude. I'm a really grateful person in general, so it may be overkill for some people, but I always, always, always practice saying thank you as many times as possible because I don't ever want anyone to feel like I'm not thankful. So the last thing that I do is I copyright, and you can just copy and paste the copyright symbol in here, add the year, add your name. You can add your personal name, your store name, however you want. And I usually make it a little bit smaller so it's not super intrusive. If you can, try to keep this PDF down to one page. That is the most efficient size because people don't always want to read through 5 pages of instructions. And then you can change the color of the link if you want to change it to match your branding, however you want it to look. It's totally up to you. Make it look as pretty as you want it to be or as simple as you want it to be. Now that we're done, we're going to download this as a PDF. And once we have it downloaded, we click on it to test it out. And when a buyer goes to Etsy, this is what they're going to download. They will open this, they will click the link, and this is what they will see when they click that link. It will take them right to their template. And they can just click the Use Template button and get started. Now that you know how to make the PDF, let's talk about adding this to our Etsy listing. This part is super easy, pretty straightforward. I'm literally just going to add a new listing here. You can put all your images in place here, add your title, add your description, all that good stuff. Make sure you choose that it is a digital item. And of course, you also have to add your category, who made this, I did, when was it made, all that good information when it's a digital file. And once you've got all of your listing information in here and it's time to attach the actual file, just click Upload File, go to where you downloaded the PDF to your computer, click the PDF, and that's it. You're ready to go. Anytime somebody purchases this product, they will now be able to download that PDF and easily and quickly access the instructions and their template link. Easy peasy. So it is a pretty straightforward process, super simple, and you really do have a lot of room to play with the PDF design and make it look as nice as you want. You can also do this in Canva as well. Um, the card, the video that I put the card up at the top for a few minutes ago before the tutorial, that does show how to make clickable links in Canva, so you can do the exact same thing and then just download that as a PDF and use that PDF as well if you prefer to have more design elements in your PDF. So that's two different ways you can make a PDF. Both of them are free, and you can do that for any type of digital downloads, whatever link you have, whether it's spreadsheets or different designs that you're selling all in one package and you need to keep the file size down. You really have a lot of room to play with that. And to see a really, really clever digital design store that brings in over 15,000 bucks a month, you should check out this video next.